Hey guys, Alex here. Welcome to the Cell Doctor channel. I'm going to repair two chargers or attempt to repair them today. And I will also make a giveaway of two devices for each charger that I repair. So if you're not a subscriber to this channel, subscribe and comment below on this video and say that you're interested in the giveaway. Say anything you want. You have cells, I want the device, anything, just write it down and I will do a randomizer on the comments. So it doesn't matter in which order the comments come, but you need to be there. And I will give 4 Megacell chargers if I manage to fix both devices that I have in for repair. So before I do that, let me show you what I'm doing right here. Right, so these are the cable that I've made to connect the slots coming from the cells. They are grouped together and I'm testing this big cell right here. This one actually finished. It's almost 220 amp hour battery, so I thought they are 230, but it turns out that discharging them with 16 amps will up to 2.5 volts will result in 220 amp hour. Right, so this is the setup that I use now for testing. It has 2 temperature sensors applied on each cell. Still a few others to test because I'm building a big bank, a 12 kilowatt hour bank that will be used for solar storage. Okay, so let's open the first package and see what's going on with this device. This is a used device, it's out of warranty, but we'll see what's wrong with it. Usually it's not very expensive to replace any parts. So if, alright, return address is here. So it's worth it, especially if you're in Europe, to send it to me for repair, because I know how to diagnose it best. You can try it at some repair shops as well if you have any around that can dive into this. And maybe this will be a good explainer video on how to test that everything works on the device. So I'll be plugging it in. I see it has the latest version of firmware and I will run a test on it. Okay, so I wrote this diagnosing tool that will connect to the device, write the firmware, and also receive data about the self-testing that's been performed after writing the firmware. So it got connected to it and now it's attempting to write the firmware. And during this stage we can discover if all the I2C devices are shown. So this is just serial data. If you can connect to it with the Arduino COM monitor, or you can use Spotty as well. And for the old device, you can see that it sees these are the addresses of the devices, and they are all found. And the voltage must be, for this open contact test, must be above 5 volts. So it's okay. Now I'm going to insert the cells. I see the cell one is flickering. But I will continue with the test to see how it performs. So after the cells are inserted, pressing the function button will discharge and charge the cells and provide me more data. So remember, this data you can also see on the COM port. Depending on the state of the charge of the cells you're using, you might be seeing different values here, but okay, I see that cell 1, it's not discharging, so there might be a short on the MOSFET maybe, or something else, because I see it charging fine. So the TP4056 IC should be running okay. Okay, let me save this into a notepad for further reference. Usually when a TP it's broken, you will see a lower voltage here. So yeah, let's open the device and see what's up with it. So I'm using the multimeter to test a few points and try to figure out what could be the issue. Let me actually connect it to Wi-Fi really quick. Okay, so after it boots up, I see the green light on. And if I plug the cell, it's a solid on. There might still be an issue with the TP being in short. So let me change that really quick. And we'll see if that's the issue. I'm using this TP4056 module to get the IC from it. That's the easiest way to get ICs for the old version of Megacell Charger. I purchased a bunch of these in 2020 when there's a shortage of ICs. So I purchased the module because they were still cheap and available. The IC is removed, but there are a few strands of solder that must be ironed out because they are creating a short at the moment. Before I install the new IC, I want to power the board on without that TP to see if there's still weird behavior. Alright. The voltage is detected properly. Alright, so discharging actually works fine. I see it discharging with 500 milliamps. Now I'm going to replace the TP with my source from here. When placing the IC back, make sure you follow the proper alignment. You will see that the IC has a small dot on it. That's where the pin number 1 is, and you should find on the board a small sign that shows where pin 1 goes. Or look at the other ICs before taking them down. I checked the solderings under my microscope and they look fine. So let's plug the power on. Let's see what's up. The first thing I notice is that the green light is no longer blinking. And let's see if it's charging now. It looks like it's charging fine. So the IC was pushing power into the cell, but it was not functioning properly. And after changing it, it looks like the device works properly. I'm going to run the test one more time on it. I also noticed that the USB port need a bit of touch-up. When you're doing touch-ups, make sure the device is unplugged, because when you touch with the hot iron, it will induce some EMFs to the board, and it can corrupt, it can break the ESP. So it's powered off, and I want to add a bit of solder here. Alright, so the USB is solid now. Alright, so the device passed the test. I'm going to print a label that will be placed on the case after we assemble it. So 2 devices out for the giveaway at the moment. Let's see if I can fix the second one as well. So we make it 4 devices for now. I don't have that many Megacell chargers left in stock at the moment. I'm waiting for the professional version to come. So 4 devices out for giveaway for the moment. Alright, let's place it back in its case. Okay, so one last final inspection to make sure that the fans also work. Yeah, they work fine. I'm not sure if it had a reset button because I did not find it. But it's better to cut it out like this, so you don't accidentally press it. And this makes this device a tested device again. And it will be returned to the sender, and hopefully more cells will be tested and revived using the Megacell Charger. And let's see what's behind package number 2. This is a local company actually that reached me and said that they've been using the Megacell Charger for the past 2 years without any issues, and something happened with it and it no longer works. So let's see what's inside. Let's see if it has any damage, physical damage to the PCB or not. So there's an USB cable. They actually kept the original packaging and the letter we're sending it for the minimum installation requirement. I see they made their own custom cable to plug the power on. Alright, let's get this package out the way. Okay. At the first sight, there's no physical damage on the board. It looks fine to the naked eye. I thought they were using round connectors or something because they were not getting out, but it was a bit tight on the screw. That's why it was not getting out easily. Anyway, I can test the board without it being assembled. Okay. So let's see what's wrong with this. Let's see the discharge test now. And charge test. This device appears to be functioning properly. Maybe there was an issue with the firmware update, and that corrupted the file system, because this one doesn't have any issue. Let me actually check the message I got from him. Alright, so the client was claiming that it cannot start charging and discharging. I think it flashed the firmware and erased the flash, and that corrupted the device. That happens if you are updating the firmware using the Python tool and you tick the erase flash. It will break the device, unfortunately, and you'll have to send it to us. The client asked me if we're still using the ESP, and I can see some work done on the ESP as well. So maybe he tried to reverse engineering. I don't know. I did not see any copies yet, and it will be quite hard to copy it, to be honest. And it's not really worth the effort, because there's not too much margin that we're adding on these devices. We're not selling it with $2,000, so it's worth copying it. It's only 200 and something euros, and yeah, I can definitely see that the ESP was removed. Probably he tried to replace it, or maybe repair. I don't know. I won't make any false accusations without knowing the entire story. But the board is legit. It's the same board. If he tried to play with the ESP, it's his thing. I won't charge anything for this, but I will add 2 more devices for the giveaway, because I managed to fix this device as well. Let me print the label. I will assemble it back and send it to the customer. Okay, so 2 out of 2 fixed. That means that I will have 4 devices for the giveaway. What are the rules for the giveaway? I hear you asking. What are the rules for the giveaway? You have to subscribe to this channel and leave a comment on this video saying that you are in for the giveaway. If you can show a video or some pictures of your batteries that you want to test using the Megacell Charger, that will be a great addition for the community, because there's still a lot of people that don't understand what's up with these lithium cells, what you can do with them, and hopefully we'll grow the community that we have for battery customization, battery testing, cell recovery from used batteries, and repurposing these cells. So subscribe, add your comments to this video, and next week I will announce the winners of the Megacell Chargers. So let's keep in touch, guys. Click the notification bell, and I guarantee that you'll like the content that I will be posting in the future about batteries, and I will try to find some fun projects to do as well. That's linked to the lithium cells. All the best.